So today we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where Europe recolonizes the world. Now, of course, we all know Europe and its colonial ways, at least Western Europe. But what if every single country in the world, just disappeared and Europe was able to colonize once more? That's what we're going to be looking at today. And if you guys do enjoy, make sure to show some support. We're trying to get to 200,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Subscribing, liking, leaving a comment with any suggestions, sharing the video with anyone who might be interested, and checking out all the social links in the description. All that stuff helps us out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into this scenario. So every single outside country is gone. If you're not European, you don't exist anymore. Congratulations. Now, of course, there are some countries that are Eurasian and, like Russia and Turkey. But for the sake of, interest, we're going to go ahead and not have mainland Russia. We will have Kaliningrad, but we're not going to have the rest of Russia. Similar with Turkey, we're going to have their little claim over here in Thrice, but we're not going to be having all of mainland Turkey. And that's just to give way for more countries to expand, which may not be able to expand if these two countries existed. So the first little thing we have happening here is, well, the Brits. We know how the British are with their colonies, 25% of the world, all the good stuff. They're going to be making another colony in America and around the same place where they started, in Virginia and in the Mid-Atlantic region. And this map is a little weird. There's no outline or anything, so it makes it look kind of weird, but it's the best that I can do as of now. But yeah, Britain makes its landing in America. It knows how valuable this land is, and well, it can be. But on that topic, what is the perspective of this? Is Europe just where did all the countries go? Or is this an alternate timeline where that kind of thinking doesn't exist? Because the EU would be where did everyone go, right? Or is it just that here we are, just popped into existence, time to expand? Is that how it works? I don't know. Do they know about the former countries? I'm leaving that to you guys. You guys can. What I'm trying to do in the videos now is I'm trying to give you guys more creativity with what's happening, specifically in the civilization series, which I didn't do a video on today because I wanted to take a little break from it. But I do leave a lot of creativity up to you guys, and I want to try to start doing that in these videos as well. So you can make up your own scenario for what's happening in the video. Of course, I'm going to be doing what I'm doing, but you can, make up stuff from what I've already shown. Anyway, back over to Europe. We have our first colony in Africa occurring, and this one is by Spain, who will take over all of the northern coast of Morocco, going into Algeria. Next up, we see France making a colony in an area which they used to own, which is northern Algeria, and we're seeing a similar trend here. A lot of these countries are going back to areas which they once had. And I do just want to say real quick while I'm drawing this border, if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. If I use your suggestion, I'll try to heart your comment. Anyway, Italy makes a pretty large colony down here, and as you can see, the northern coast of Africa is getting filled up pretty quickly. Finally, Greece will make a colony over here in northern Libya and Egypt, and this will go ahead and end off any Mediterranean colonization we have for now. So we have 4 countries down here on the northern coast of Africa. Now let's look at somewhere that's more interesting. Eastern Europe, where there's just a big field of land. Go grab it. Of course, there's also Turkey, who is going to move into their old land. Nothing too crazy here. They just take the coastal areas for now. But now we get to the Russian expansion. This is where things are going to get a little wild because, there's no limit. You can just keep going all the way over here to the Pacific Ocean. I mean, have you ever seen Longarus? Yeah, that's right. Belarus? No, Longarus. That's a thing now. It's not a thing now. That looks hideous. We'll start small, make our way big. First, Finland will take a large amount of land from Russia over here into this area. Karelia / Kola / cold area. I don't know what I want to call this area. Northern Russia. The European part. Anyway, there we go. Big Finland. Nice. Now let's talk about Ukraine. Their mortal enemy, Russia, is no longer in existence. So what's the better thing to do than to take all of their land? Of course, that begs the idea, do they even know Russia existed? But who cares? It's free land. Do what the Americans did and just take land that's not theirs. Big Ukraine. We're all for it, right, guys? Unless you're Russian or... yeah, I don't know. We're all for big Ukraine. That's a very sexy Ukraine. That's making me very happy. Not in the... You guys stop. All right, Estonia, you're next. And Estonia is going to be doing the Czechoslovakia theory, which is you just become very long. Once again, pause. Guys, stop. I know most of you don't understand, but there are some of you who will understand. Latvia will be adopting a similar strategy of becoming very... lengthy. All right, so Eastern Europe is looking very different, very stretched out, and now we can move on to a different part of the world. The Irish are in Newfoundland. Okay, so there is a question to be asked at this point. Can some of these smaller countries colonize? And their economies and the population and military, such all that good stuff It might prevent some countries from doing things like this. Like, I'm not sure if Ireland would cross the seas and colonize Newfoundland, but we're going to be having it happening here. And the reason for it is because that just makes for a more interesting video. So why not have the Irish colonize Newfoundland? Is it, okay, here's the big question. Is it Newfoundland or Newfoundland? If we're looking at it in an English perspective, it should be pronounced Newfoundland, but everyone says Newfoundland. So Canadians chime in, I guess. The Icelanders are in Greenland. If things couldn't get any weirder, well, they just got weirder. You know, technically I could make this whole video, technically I can make this whole video idea into a series. I'm not going to be doing that because that would take a lot of time. However, the idea is there, and if for whatever reason the civilization series dies, maybe we have our next series. No, the civilization series is immortal. It will never die. Right, guys? Anyway, lots of colonization happening over here in the Atlantic Ocean, obviously because that's the only ocean that Europe borders, so duh. But let's have some new stuff. The Bulgarians are going to jump ahead of Turkey and colonize areas of northern Turkey, which will lead to a little bit of anger between the two. I now realize I'm contradicting what I've been saying, which is, who knows if they know about the former countries. But just for the sake of things, these two guys, they have beef now. The Romanians are going to do what Romanians do best. Sorry guys, I'm stereotyping. I'm not going to do that anymore. That's not nice. However, they will steal some land over here. Greece will go ahead and do something controversial. They're going to take over all of Cyprus, which angers the Turks. Portugal, one of the old colonial powers, is feeling a little lonely. They're feeling a little left out. And they're going to go ahead and they're going to get themselves a little bit of land on the coast of Africa. Because that's where all the Europeans love to go, right? So far, seems like it. Back over in America, Britain will go ahead and start to expand its colony. It now reaches out to a majority of Virginia and Kentucky, going into West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and even a little bit of New Jersey. But before they can go, what is happening? But before they can go any further, the French arrive. This is a big game changer because the French would typically just stick to Louisiana, but in this scenario, they know that Britain, they can't let them get too big. So they jump in on the Carolinas and take over those states as well as parts of Tennessee. And it looks like we got Big Virginia versus Big Carolina here. I know who wins. Maybe I have, you know, actually, I think it's time to break the ice, spill the tea. I have a conventional mapping channel. I had a conventional mapping channel, and I posted a lot of videos on there. There was alternate future of the United States. There was a few country scenarios. And if you guys remember, I did post a video on this channel right before the Russian-Ukrainian war started. It was Russia versus Ukraine, and it was like an actual conventional mapping video with the different slides all put together to make it look like, you know, an invasion force happening. I guess to give you a better idea of what conventional mapping is, if it isn't clear already, this is not conventional mapping. I guess what I do is, I don't really see anyone else do it other than you guys, which is fine, but I guess this is like commentary mapping. Conventional mapping is no commentary, and you know, you have the text on the screen, so on and so forth. But yeah, I had a channel up there which I did a bunch of conventional stuff on. I think I had like 200 subscribers, maybe. I don't know, it was really fun, but that doesn't exist anymore, so haha. I'll donate $100 to charity if someone can find it. Good luck though. Good luck. Breaking news, Spain has just landed in Florida. I don't know what Spain's obsession is with like the equator area. It's not great. I've been there, you know, I've been down in this area before. It's not particularly nice weather-wise. So I'm not sure what the Spanish and their obsession is with humanness and torture. Being baked in the sun, not very fun. But hey, Spain is back in Florida and they set themselves up a nice colony. Looks like Florida. And as you can see, a lot of the stronger countries in Europe are the only ones who are colonizing, and that's for multiple reasons. One, the stronger countries in Europe tend to border the ocean, and two, the smaller landlocked countries can't colonize because they, you know, are landlocked. So it'll make them fight. Serbia and Romania and Turkey, they're going to declare war on Kosovo, Bulgaria, North Macedonia, Albania, and Greece, and yeah, Southern Balkans. So what's the dealio here? Why are they fighting? Well, because I want them to fight. I am the game master. I say what happens, and this is what's going to be happening. So the Romanians and the Serbs will work together to push into northern Bulgaria, and that goes pretty well for them. And overall, this war is going to go pretty well for them because it's kind of not fair. These three countries right here aren't particularly strong. Greece is, and what Greece is going to do is they're going to go ahead and throw hands with Turkey and take over Thrace and Istanbul, which is a pretty major blow because Turkey isn't very strong in the first place at this point. We see the Romanian colony push into the Bulgarian colony, and that goes pretty well. We also see the Romanian country push into the Bulgarian country, and that leaves to the collapse of Bulgaria's capital. Not very good, not very ideal, so yeah, they surrender, and it's basically just Greece versus everyone. How does that go? Well, Greece is going to go ahead and say, hey, stop fighting, and everyone decides to stop fighting. Reason is Greece would be able to hold out for a long time. Romania, Serbia, and Turkey together, they would probably be able to take on Greece eventually, but it would be a very long war. At this point, they've already taken out 4 blue team countries, so just take the peace deal and get what you can get. And we can take a look at said peace deal here. And I know, North Macedonia and Greece fighting on the same side? What? It's unheard of, it's not real, and it's not, quite frankly, it's not okay. But unfortunately, it just had to work out like that, so I'm sorry to all of the Northern Macedonians and the Greeks out there. Alrighty, so here are our new borders of Europe. It's pretty hard to look at, I'm not gonna lie. Greece has, once again, adopted the strategy of Eastern Europe, which is to become long. Turkey has split the colony of Bulgaria between themselves and Romania, but they also lost thrice, so that's a big blow to them. Albania got a haircut, and yeah, life is not good in the Balkans. Serbia now has access to the ocean. They also just took over Montenegro. You know, I could make a plot point on this, but where are they gonna colonize? Like, there's really no open space. For what reason does this exist? Back over to the Americas, Britain is going to do what they do best and colonize. I think I've already said that, but it's a lot of colonizing, so let me put emphasis on that. Now that is a big old British colony. God damn it, France, could you not take over all of Louisiana for like 5 seconds? Like, honestly, it's fine, actually. That's the point of the video. Spain has control over the Caribbean. I'm not drawing all those lines, I'm sorry. And yeah, so that's about as far as I got with this video, to be honest. I want to be honest with you. I'm really just not. I'm right now in life. Okay, let me start from the top, actually. Before I can start speaking any more confusingly, that is the end of this video. And I understand that this is disappointing, but I have some things. I don't want to say I have excuses, but I have reasons. Interpret it as you will. I don't like to miss videos because the effects of missing videos are not very fun. 2 videos a week isn't bad to manage at all. You can ask any big YouTuber. They would actually disagree with me. But as someone who makes content which isn't very high quality and doesn't take a lot of effort, it's not bad. But sometimes it's just hard to pull yourself to do these things. That's very stressful, and there's also a lot of stuff going on with school right now. I'm getting ready to graduate in about a month and a half. So yeah, I'm basically just transitioning from, you know, my childhood to adulthood. And that's a lot of pressure and stress right now. One with all the school assignments and stuff, getting all that turned in and done, making sure my grades are good enough to actually graduate, which at this point, I think I'm good. I don't know if 4th quarter matters as much as the other 3. It's whatever though, I'm fine, I'm gonna pass. Then there's also, you know, colleges. I got into a college. I'm not sure if I'm going there though. I'm still waiting to hear back from another college that I applied to, which I really want to go to. And then yeah, that's kind of stressful. There's just a lot of stuff going on right now. So I'm gonna be honest, I was laying in my bed for like an hour procrastinating before I got up to record this video. When I first started recording, I thought I could do more with this, but honestly, if you want me to be honest with you, completely honest, I said it 3 times, so you know I mean it. It would not be a fun video to watch. Honestly, 4th time now. What are we looking at in the future here? Portugal takes that, you know, Spain takes this. Yeah, I mean, we all know what's going to happen. It's basically just the big, powerful countries on the outside colonizing, while everyone else just sits and watches. I mean, of course, you have the race to the Pacific over here in Eastern Europe, which honestly would be fun as hell to watch. Latvia would probably win that because they have a pretty good head start with whatever the hell they're doing right now. But like, other than that, there's not much I can do with this. But yeah, I'm going to end the video here. I want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking through with it if you have. I want to say thank you to everyone who watches the videos and, you know, comments. And, you know, I see most of the, well, I don't see most of the comments. I see some of the comments. I read through them. If they make me laugh, I'll give you a heart. Or if it's a good idea, I'll give you a heart. Like whoever suggested this video, I hearted their comment right before I got up and started recording. So thank you for giving me something. I couldn't take your idea and make it better. So that's my fault. It's a good idea. My execution just sucks. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll check you guys. What? I just needed to go to sleep, I think, actually. I'll see you guys in the next video. And of course, thank you to all the super fans. This includes Kylie Speaks Plays, German Edits, A Random Guy, Patrick Clauser, Life Lamau, JB Countryball 12, Friaza, Hammertoad 45, CTG Canada Flag, Poland Country Ball, Nevada Garbage Trucks, Yakko, DW Cool Dude, and Terminator. Thank you guys.